I'm so happy to be here today, tonight, on this very special day of celebration. So I titled this one Celebrating Life. Celebrating life, every moment, every nuance. There's a lot more that I could have written about that, but I wanted to keep it I wanted to keep it in the context of a moment and in the context of living life from this really great, deeply acquainted sense of attitude, meaning being in the preciousness of every moment. So I'm really grateful that you're all coming on, and we're gonna send out some invitations. Loopy's in the background supporting. Hi, Loopy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for setting all this up and having us do all this together. I'm just, today is a very special day. So some of you know this already because I posted it earlier. It's the anniversary of my second birthday. And I call it my second birthday because I really had the chance, the opportunity to come back into my body, back into this life, and have another opportunity to live life, maybe possibly from a different sense of gratitude, from a different availability in the moment. And I talked a little bit about it when I did a Instagram post today, is that the experience of knowing that life could be over any second, and then fighting for your life or showing up for your life in a way that you're championing it and you're going, this is really not a good time for me. I want to be here because there are so many dreams and visions that I have, and I have a child, and I want to go back. I want to have my spirit back in my body so that I can go and fulfill on these visions or these dreams, which is really what it was like. So in 1993, I flatlined on an operating table, and I'm not going to go into the details of it because I think the details that are important are I don't want to say the effect that it had on me. I want to say the impact that it had. And for those of you who are watching and you've had this experience, like my friend Anita Moorjani, who wrote the book Dying to Be Me, and other people who've had experiences like this in accidents or on operating tables or on a mountaintop, and you knew something was going to happen to you and you weren't going to make it. Like when you get that close to the brink of the other side of living, and I don't want to call it death because it's for me there was no death. The aftermath of not being in my body was the most blissful, amazing experience. And knowing that it was blissful over on the other side, and knowing that there was also a lot over here in the reality of living in the body that I wanted to and was committed to fulfilling on, was a really interesting place to be in that tension and saying, listen, I got to go back. I'm not done with what you, my creator, source, sent me over there to do. And I only mention this, and I love talking about this, especially when the day rolls around, because it's on a day-by-day basis that I get reminded of this beautiful gift called life. Minute by minute, day by day, every single day, I have a calling, a pull into the opportunity of reminding myself and reminding the people around me through my actions and through my commitments and through my words of how precious and how fragile every single moment of living life is. And when it's at the tip of your tongue, when the taste of life and the preciousness of living is at the tip of our tongue, like as if you were tasting a delicious sweet, but you were only getting like a tiny little taste of it. Where do we take that? And how precious do we hold this space of living? So what is it that we do with this life that has been gifted to us? And really, it's just on loan for a minute, you know? And so I think about it, where am I doing the greatest good in the world? And when I'm in a difficult conversation with someone, am I being really the best that I can be? And is it really worth it? And when I leave, is this going to be the thing that I'm thinking about? So the opportunity of leaving and coming back gave me this huge perspective on, God, what is it that's really important? You know? Don't hang up the phone when you're mad. Don't go to bed mad. Say I love you as many times as you possibly can, because you can never say it too much. People don't have to be lovable for me to be love, meaning show up in a space of love. There's no payback. There's just being present to the gift of living. So there's so many things that on a day-to-day basis come through and that I get reminded of, and they all lead back to this moment where I went, you know, this in the body, living, loving, making love, having children, cooking, eating, connecting with someone deeply, like, oh God, the connections that we have as people, they're priceless. And when you have it, cherish it. Cherish the people around you that have been placed into your life like a beautiful diamond. Honor them, love them, love yourself so that you can love them. So, Lupi, thank you so much for inviting some people. I'm really grateful. I know this is an off time today, and we have about a half an hour together, so I'm grateful that you guys are here. When you show up, the only way that I'm going to see you is by you typing something into the bottom here. Just go type something in. I'd love to hear which corner of the universe you're lighting up tonight. So tell me which corner of the universe you're lighting up tonight, because I'd love to know. I'd love to be there with you in your corner of the world. There's more flowers. I love these. I'm lighting up, around the Beverly Center. I'm lighting up my corner on the east side of the Beverly Center in Los Angeles. And I miss so many of you. I've been in and out, traveling a lot, and I'm going to be traveling again next week and over New Year's. And I just wanted to check in and just say thank you, because here's the deal. I get to live my life, but my life is only as rich and abundant and full of amazing experiences because of the people in it. And you, I'm talking to you. You are those people. So whether you punch your name down here and tell me which corner of the universe you're lighting up today or not, whether you connect or not, I have so many people. I had this experience last week. I was at an event somewhere, and some of these ladies came up and said, well, we watch you on Facebook and we watch your Facebook Lives. And I'm saying, wow, that's so cool. Thank you for coming up and telling me in person. What would be really lovely is if you're interacted while this is happening, so that I can say thank you for taking the time and showing up in my world with love and connection. And I know we all have 5 million things to do during the day. And so if one of us is going live on Facebook and you happen to be there, drop a line. Leave your beautiful smile, leave your energy for me to know that you've been here, because it's important. My gratitude for you is important for me to express. So thank you for being here. Yeah. So Lupi, I want to make an acknowledgement to you. I know that you're in the background and I know that you're watching, so I'm going to just pull this up and I'm going to say, Lupi brought me flowers today because it's my second birthday. So thank you, honey. Thank you for these gorgeous, amazing. I mean, look at these. They're so beautiful. Look at those. They're huge, huge roses. So thank you, honey. Thank you for being amazing, for being full of love and full of commitment. You know, this whole holiday season is, I don't call it holiday season anymore. I call it a month of gratitude. For so many different cultures and communities, it's all about celebrating and celebrating in the season. And I think that I call it a month of gratitude because you can't be with everybody on the holiday. So we choose to, spread the love over the month of December. And whether you're celebrating Hanukkah or Christmas or Kwanzaa or other Eid, which happens to be earlier, it doesn't matter what you celebrate. This, for me, and the fact that my second birthday falls into the month of December is a celebration of life and light. See that? And so this is who we are. We are, each one of us are a light unto the world. And let's just do that. Let's just be that. Let's just not be that, oh, it's happening on the holiday or it's happening on a weekend and I'm just going to go be my brightest and best self. Let's just be it all the time, every day, which is the thing that this experience many, many years ago taught me, is that I never know when it comes to an end. So if I can shine my brightest and give the most love that I have without holding back, without waiting for it to come my way, if I can just be in the presence of whatever life is offering me with a huge open heart, with a great sense of tactility and tenderness and joy and joyfulness, there's something really magical that sparks. It's you spark something in other people. And so I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful. I'm great and I'm full and I'm grateful. Always and in always. I know that sounds so cliche, but it's so true. Loopy, did we get any questions outside of this? If we did get any questions, excuse me. Thank you for the hearts, honey. And if we did get any questions and you have them, would you please punch them into the thing so I can see them because you're not in the same room with me? Because I'd love to know what they are so I can answer them. I think Alfred is watching. Is that true? Alfred, are you here? If you are, please tell me which corner of the world you're lighting up tonight. I'd love to say hi to you. So it wasn't like I had a big monologue. I just wanted to make sure that I check in. It's Thursday. Next week, we're going to have another one on Monday. And we're going to talk about something that's also very near and dear to my heart, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. And it'll most probably be later. It'll most probably be around 7. Or we're going to do it early in the morning. So, hi, Loopy. You can't see what we received? Okay, cool. Thank you, honey. I'm glad. I'm delighted. You're in Alberta. That's so great. Send my love to your beautiful wife. I'm delighted to see you here, Alfred. Happy holidays. Thank you for being a good friend. So for all of you who are watching, and I don't know where you are, I don't know who you are, unless you punch something in and it shows up on my screen. It's a short Facebook Live full of gratitude for gratitude that I have for being alive and being in this world. And I don't do it enough, but when I do, it's really from the heart. So thank you for being here. Oh, thank you, Alfred. Thank you for the hearts. this makes me really emotional, and it always does, and then I start crying, and but there doesn't a year go by or a month go by or a day go by that I don't include this experience in my life. I don't talk about it every day, but it's painted the tapestry of my life on a daily basis. It influences a lot of the choices that I make. Knowing that life could be over any given moment influences what I say to people. I don't hold back, saying I love you is the biggest one. And then having difficult discussions with my family or my friends. And then I was just talking to a friend about this, is that you go into difficult or conflict conversations. We've had this conversation about conflict. And conflict is a space in which most of us do not dare to tread. Like, we're afraid of going there. Because conflict, to a lot of people who weren't raised in Germany, by the way, conflict is like this difficult space to be in. Meaning you're facing someone who has a different opinion, or you're facing someone who's angry, or you're angry. And what's interesting about the conversation that I actually just had this conversation today is that you can be in conflict and it can be difficult, and it's like the weather. But the love and the care you feel for a person is the ocean. The ocean doesn't go away. And just because the weather changes and there's hail and there's clouds and there's wind and there's rain, it doesn't make the love or the connection that you have to that person go away. It just changes the weather. And then the weather can change back to wind or cloud or sunshine. And so that's how I see my life. And I see it even more like this after that amazing experience. Because what I realize is underneath it all, there's just love. That's all there is. And the Beatles were right. Love is all there is. And I know for a lot of people that sounds Pollyannish, and it sounds, oh my God, Liana, you're not in reality. How can you love someone who's really actually hurt you or doesn't want the best for you? It's like, I don't know which wise teacher said it, but everyone in the world is just trying to do their best. And we don't know what other people are going through. So when they're angry, just let them be angry. When they're sad, let them be sad and sit with them. It's kind of like the thing that I would want. So anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. Luffy, can you tell me what time it is? I know this is not going to be a long one. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm on track with time. Alfred, I'm so glad you're here. I miss you. I miss all of us sassies getting together. And now there's no more sassy, Planet Sassy. It's over. Wow, can you believe it? Yeah. I know, it was a beautiful time that we had together. Lisa created something that was so powerful. Lisa, if you're watching, I love you. Thank you so much for being an amazing mentor. Thank you for what you created. Yeah, thank you, Lupi. Beautiful. Alfred, let me know next time you're in California. I'd love to see you. So for all of you who are watching, and I don't know who's watching, because unless you type your name in there, I don't know that you're there. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always being present to a conversation, to a blessing, to a connection. I'm grateful. I'm so deeply grateful. And I know that we're going to have many more of these conversations. And today was just a quick check-in to share with you about my journey of celebrating life rather than I don't get melancholy about this experience, I get very deeply grateful. And I find the awe in moments that are so tiny and they're so hidden, and they just really fill up my heart. And then at night when I crawl into bed with a really full heart. So thank you so much for being here. I'm grateful that I got to have a few moments with you. Go off, have a beautiful evening. I love you guys. I'll most probably see you Monday, and if not, I'll see you next Thursday. So have a great evening. Lupi, thank you so much for being who you are in my life. And Amy, if you're listening to this, thank you. There's so many blessings in my life, and one day I'm just going to have to do one and list all the people that I'm grateful for. I think we'll do that before Christmas. So, and tell you stories, little vignettes and little stories about all the people. So thank you. I send you lots of love. Thank you for celebrating life with me. And I think the best way for you or for me or for anyone to celebrate life is to go live it. You know, don't hold back. Let the world see the amazingness of who you are. All your light. Let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Go let it shine. I love you. Thank you for being here. See you soon. Have a great weekend.